Greetings, family. This is Bomani Tyehimba, and we are live on Revolutionary Cam. And yes, family, we're back again with another wonderful live stream to keep you updated as far as our Africa tourism investment. Now, tonight, what we're going to get into is right there what you see on the screen, and that's Tanzania Roots and Culture Tour. Right. So tonight's topic I should say, is Tanzania is ready for business while other African countries milk the COVID-19 hysteria. And family, I am dead serious with that one. It's been just months and months of the blind leading the blind and the stupidity around the world. Right? And you have those of us who have all of our plans to travel, do business in Africa. We feel like we're stuck and imprisoned in America, beyond mentally, it's one of those things where you're looking to travel to the African continent, and Tanzania is open for business. We have many of our folks that have traveled with me. We have a small group of energy of folks who have just decided to make a move to Tanzania and wait for Ghana to open up so they can continue their business and link. But literally, over the last several weeks, we've had more and more people show up in Tanzania, and they're sharing with us the good news that we can actually go to a nice African country and be able to do what we need to do and not have to be worried about being quarantined. I mean, naturally, if you're sick, you should definitely not want to make a move. But if you're well and you're looking to travel, that's not a situation that you can you deal with in Tanzania. So we've been just checking things out, making sure everything is good. We have people moving around from Zanzibar Island to Dar es Salaam to Arusha and other parts. So people are moving around, and they're also letting us know that it's not a bunch of situations where you just everybody and their mother have to wear a mask all day, every day. So it's always going to be one of those situations where where you may have to go certain places, and that's the situation. So you may want to bring one with you. That way you don't have everyone looking at you like you're the crazy person because you don't have a mask on. But nevertheless, family, how we got here is literally because we have a South Africa November 20th to the 30th 2020 Journey of a Lifetime that we've been working on from all of last year before we went to South Africa on that journey in 2019. So it's something that put together as a big journey where we had 25 of us ready to go and set. So after all of this COVID-19 hysteria, you're trying to check to see, checking your folks in the country and also the Ministry of Tourism website for South Africa, and then you're hearing rumors and things like that. But we've never been able to get a go ahead, and the main go ahead is always going to come from the people that we trust and work with on the ground in that specific country and that we have relationships with. So it was one of those decisions where it doesn't look good. So let's move forward. So that South Africa journey has been rescheduled on our website. As you look right there on the screen sharing to the left, you'll see South Africa, November 2021. So that's November 19th to the 29th, 2021. So it's all set in the same sequence during the Thanksgiving time off that the schools are closed and things like that. So it's a perfect getaway. So that was all planned and a lot of works and tickets set up and everything. So we just had to go back to the drawing board and say, hey, what's the best thing to do? Especially when, Senegal was that journey that was also looking to make, and the Gambia. Then Senegal ended up being open and the Gambia ended up being open. And we just adjusted our dates from, to September. Then the Gambia comes around and you hear about quarantine operation and you hear about countries on lockdown to the end of August. So with all these things going on, it's like you're trying to make plans and make adjustments, and it's like you want to go to Senegal, you can get there, but then the Gambia begins to be the issue. And the same thing, even with Ghana. Ghana has not been able to open up, so our adjustment from our May journey would have had to be forward to December. So with all that drama and everything, basically all the tours we have set up are set in country where we can't make the moves we need to make. So Tanzania became the best option, and it offers the same or similar or just as nice as the itinerary that we had set up for the 3 countries I just mentioned. Senegal to Gambia, which is a good combination because you get the 3 days on the beach resort in the Gambia. And then South Africa, you get the 3 days in Cape Town. We're right there out by the waterfront. So what we replace that with is just a full Tanzania operation. And that includes literally the energy from Zanzibar. So as I talk about 3 days, that's the last 3 days on the itinerary. So nice beach resort, tropical energy, just like the photo we have attached to this video. So what I've shown, family, is the tour overview itself, which you can access from the main menu of our website. And right above my name over here to your left is where you're going to see it. And then once you click on that, you have a few different articles, including the visa information, the full day-to-day itinerary, which I went over on other previous calls. And all of the visa information is right there organized for you. And general terms, which we just try to make sure that people are clear about everything that they're getting into. So these are wonderful journeys that we have that are well organized, detailed, and set up to the highest level of execution as far as you being able to accomplish everything that we have on itinerary. Flight sequence, day-to-day setup, where we're staying at and what we're doing, all those things are planned out. And then nightlife is just based on what the group decides. As far as those who want to go out and say, hey, let's do this for social nightlife, and so on. So that is the continuation of our journey of a lifetime. But a lot of times the hardest thing to do is find different countries where you can just really just give a full combination of the roots, culture, business, investment, nightlife, shopping, networking, and all those wonderful things. And then just a nice little beach resort getaway. So we've been able to do this with this wonderful Tanzania itinerary. The other country that I look to add to the sequence of flow would be Rwanda. So working on something for July of next year. So that makes it 6 countries, and trying to work certain sequence. There's only so many countries we can add to the rotation, but the countries that we have is based on looking to build a straight Pan-African nation building, networking, connection, business, investment aspect on the African continent. So we're trying to make things as attractive and as relevant as possible. So those who are interested in coming to Africa with us, you're not only getting a great getaway, great package, and being able to network with those of us that are traveling, but also you're able to open up to connect to the future of Africa based on the different countries we have set up. And one of the most important things I always like to mention to everyone, when you look at the dates, someone may say that's not enough time for them, which is fine. So what you do is you do the tour itinerary, which is usually about 9 to 11 days in country. And then say if you have another week, 2 weeks, or a few months, or whatever it is, you just give us a departure date and we'll just get that changed or set up for you. And naturally, if it goes from a low peak season or to a high peak season, what you're going to literally have is you're going to have a situation where the price of the ticket will be a little bit different. What you just want to do literally is just get in a situation where we plan things out nice and organized, as I talk about the prices and things like that. Right. So even when you're on the website, you just kind of see the flow of information we have, and most of the packages and the prices are the same. So it's kind of trying to let you know that based on this budget, these are the days that we have to work with. And so if you want to stay long, you stay long, you take care of your accommodations, all those things, and you can even go as you flow when you get there. But the main thing is we try to keep everything in the same peak season. So if you even do change your ticket, be mindful of that. If you change it to a very busy time, the airlines is going to charge you more. But that's the only thing that will be worked out as a difference. Other than that, definitely recommend anyone that's traveling with us to any parts of the country, or any parts of the continent, or just travel and look into this. Say, hey, I want to go to Tanzania, but maybe I want to stay and go to a few different countries while I'm there. So that is always going to be your best game plan. So it's a simple thing for us to work out. I'm just putting that out there because I always try to just make sure I remember to tell people that, because sometimes you're looking at dates and you're not processing the fact that you have options and flexible options, and it's something that, once we leave, and I'm sure you can do this with anyone you travel or make a move with, but I want to encourage that way people look at the fact that they can just be in an organized itinerary tour energy to where you hit all the sites and hit all the certain points. And then if you want to do more for like a relax and kick back and do certain things, then you have the extra time to do that when you stay back. So in the case of Tanzania, you can, would have already flown from, Arusha, or I should say Kilimanjaro airport, based on our few days in Arusha, and we're in Dar es Salaam now. So the ferry boat that takes us to Zanzibar, once we go and come back, if you decide to want to spend more time in Zanzibar or spend more time in Dar es Salaam, you're all good. Or even if you want to catch a flight from Dar es Salaam to any other parts of Tanzania, or even go to any different country, you're in a perfect situation to expand your energy and your tour. So I'm also letting people know that other countries in East Africa is opening up. So with all the drama that we got going in West Africa, for those who really want to go and make move, I just recommend, family, do what you need to do and just open up to East Africa. Anyone that have known me, it's always been about Ghana, going to countries like Senegal, the Gambia, Togo, Benin, which are the 5 countries I've been at in West Africa, and just 2 in East Africa, which is Ethiopia and Kenya. And then the third would be Tanzania, making a total of 10 journeys. And other parts of Africa will be Southern Africa, which is South Africa, and Northeast Africa, which is Egypt. So those are the moves I've made around the continent, and you get a chance to put things together and compare it, and then also scope different countries out. All right, greetings, my brother CD. I appreciate your comments and everything. If you want to join us, just send your email and I'll send you the link. But beyond that, I appreciate you reaching out and everything, and appreciate you sharing the energy of you making the moves around Rwanda and Tanzania and things like that. And that's what I'm saying, family. It's one of those things where we have to share more of different parts of Africa, because the African continent has everything on it. I mean, if you talk about also beaches and islands around different parts of Africa, that's there with tropical getaway. You talk about safaris, you talk about cities, and you pretty much have a setup to where you can get in where you fit in, and that's the purpose of expanding the itineraries that we've been doing more to East Africa. And as I mentioned, the 2 countries, Tanzania this year and Rwanda next year, to add to the sequence of the 4 countries that we already have on rotation, to basically give you literally the ultimate journey of a lifetime. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stroll down to other parts of this tour overview. And this is the part where it shows your price and what's included and what's not included. Okay. So $3,700, and that includes your ticket, flight from anywhere in the U.S., and full accommodations there in Tanzania, including domestic flight and also transportation. Throughout Tanzania, along with all the different tours that we'll do based on the itinerary. Daily continental breakfast, gourmet dinner, and then thing that's not included is your lunch. But we have it set up for you to have gourmet dinner either at the hotel or we'll go out to eat. Usually we have a lot of flexible options for that. Let me open this a little bit more. We have wonderful hotel accommodations, and the link is under each overview that I'm going to go down, and you can just click on it and check it out. Entrance and access to all sites, activities. Only thing that's not included is whatever you do at night as far as night activities. Daily exercise and meditation based on us having someone available or us just doing free flow exercise, but it's an encouragement more than anything else. And we're certified English speaking tour guide. That way you can be clear about everything, and go to record all the lectures and all of the move around that we do as much as possible. So what's not included is the $50 group tips. no lunch, as we mentioned before, any kind of other fees like camcorder, camera fees, if there is such. Usually it's not, but that's part of explaining those things that are not included. All right, so family, it is right there. And if you have your own flights, it's 2,500, and then single supplement for a room by yourself, 500. So what we recommend is that just compare the prices and the package that we have to anything else out there. My goal is always to be as competitive as possible, and then give you money's worth and a lot more, and just be as flexible as possible. All right, so perfect. So these are the things that we have set for Kilimanjaro and Arusha, which we're going to be staying in Arusha, but the airport is in Kilimanjaro. Okay. All right, so Arusha National Park, Mount Meru Volcano, Arusha City Tour, Tengaru Market and Culture Center, Arusha National History Museum, and the Decoration Museum. So lodging is right there at a beautiful, nice hotel to give you nice logistics around Arusha, and also just to give you the comfort you need and the socialization that we need to do things we're going to do as far as networking at the hotel. All right, and that will be literally 3 nights. As I mentioned, that we're working with 8 nights, 9 days around that time frame. All right, Dar es Salaam, 2 nights, so which give us 1 tour day, and just like the one before, is 3 nights that give us 2 tour days to go out and do certain things based on the overview and itinerary. All right, so in Dar es Salaam, simple flow of what we have. Wonderful city tour, National Museum, Karibu Arts Gallery, Karikou Market, Village Museum, and lodging at Portia, Dar es Salaam Courtyard. And so the link is there. So nice, smooth itinerary. And once we finish in Dar es Salaam, it's set for us to just enjoy the last 3 nights in Zanzibar. So it's one of those things where, yes, we could have just added another day to Dar es Salaam, or we could have either, make some other adjustment. But the flow of what we have will work for now, and that's what I'm explaining, and recommend anyone who wants to stay longer, stay longer. If your goal is to spend more time in Dar es Salaam, as we begin to create more and more itinerary, the goal is to really, the main cities in Africa is fine, but the goal is to give you much more beyond the main cities in Africa. Same as when we do our Ghana tour, we spend only a few days in Accra, and then it's kind of like we spend 1/3 of our time in Accra, and the same with Dar es Salaam. So you can just really connect to other parts of the country. And the thing of it is, a lot of times if you want to expand in business and do certain things, you have to think outside of the box. Right? So while we're in Zanzibar, we're set to do a Stone Town city tour, old 17th century fort, House of Wonders or Palace of Wonders, People Palace Museum, Farohadi Hani Garden Food Market, Canggu Island, aka Prison Island, aka the Arab slave trade, and Southern African this history there on that island. So goals definitely to get lots of documentation and just get an in-depth tour guide that's on the island that can break things down and go beyond certain information. So some of those things I plan on doing is those are things that we haven't seen in much videos, but when we do our own documentation, we just take it to another level. Right. The last day while we're there, as far as the tour dates that we usually go out, instead we're going to be doing swimming, beach activities, boating, and water sports. For those who are adventurous, and if you don't want to do all those things and you just want to more so just kind of relax and kick back, you'll be able to do that. And if you just want to watch the rest of us just relax and enjoy, you can also do that and connect. So it's set up for us to be at the Kenwa Rocks Beach Resort, and it is nice part in northwest of the island. So that's going to be about an hour ride once we get off on the ferry, which the ferry is a 2-hour ride. So it's a little ferry, it's a little movement, but at the same time, you just get to see nature and and things like that. And family, that is my contact details on our website, contact number, and email address. All right, so just a quick stroll. That's all of the information that we have just gone over. And this is a nice overview set up on our website. And this is our main banner for Tanzania Roots Tour. So once you click on the banner, it's just going to take you back to a list of all of the articles. Right? And let me not forget to mute that. All right, so family, this is all of the information, full overview, full itinerary, detailed general terms, improving your immune system, which is what we recommend so you can build a strong immunity when you travel and you don't have to stress this COVID-19 drama. But visa information is right there in that link. And any questions you have, or if you just need clarity of certain things, if you need a copy of what we have, which is this wonderful newsletter, just need to get your email, and that is the same information if you were to add yourself to the mailing list. All we do is send out newsletters on Africa tourism investment. And that is the Facebook group page. And once you're here, just click yourself and invite yourself, and then I'll get the message and I'll add you. But my goal is to always just post any information on here. Like this was a post for a live chat, and you stroll down, and these are the latest information I've been building. We did a conference call earlier that was mainly focused on Tanzania, as far as letting everyone know the updates, as far as what we're changing and adjusting to. So lots of update. This is another video based on this, letting our folks out there know that we have some fresh dates of schedule change. Then that nice cultural flyer. All right, and what's up to all the folks out there? It's very late, so I don't expect much people to be on, but it's all good. Need to get these information out based on our schedule. So that's it right there, family. You just go to our website and you have access to all those details for the Tanzania Roots and Culture tour. Right there on our website, and as you see, the main thing on the left is you have a list of different tours. The one that says Senegal and the Gambia Roots Tour September 2020 is a no-go. So that's on there. But once you're on the main menu, it tells you that we've changed over from that one. So beyond that, everything else we have set forth is a go. And you can just click on the link and check the information out. I'm one of them people that believe in being very detail oriented. So based on this being detail oriented, the goal is to make sure that people have enough information, they're clear about what they're getting themselves into and things like that. So that's what we're working with. All right, so family, just looking to see if we have any questions or anything that anyone posts or sent. And perfect. And also family, once you click on our YouTube page, and I'll get these things up. One of the people that believe this in a lot of documentation, like I'm always saying, is this. So these are the links, over 2,000 videos. There's videos of us all over different parts of Ghana, Togo, Benin, South Africa, Ethiopia. So those are the previous tours we have done with all those different countries. So those video logs are all there on the playlist, and a lot more playlists are also attached once you click on the YouTube page. But it's just the best way to share documentation. So for those who are looking to travel and they're looking to see what we do, you can just scroll through the logs, and it's all set up to where you just click on play all, and it'll play all nonstop. Right? The Facebook page. Once you click on the Facebook page, you're literally going to see this. All the countries that I've mentioned is what you're going to see as far as this photo galleries after photo galleries. So that's beyond just videos. We take a whole lot of photos. So we have a combination of this YouTube and Facebook with just all of the documentations from 2006 up, basically the Africa for Africans year. But beyond that, went to other countries that I haven't been able to go back to, and those documentations weren't just put out there publicly. I still have certain things here. I even have videotapes of our older tours in Senegal in 2004 and Egypt in 2004, which was converted to a DVD. Twitter and Instagram. Instagram just has a few different photos on there, especially a lot of photos of us traveling to South Africa and Ghana last year. And so those are just the ways we begin to just share more and more details and documentation, that way individuals can just get a feel of what we do and compare. Because I'm being real, we live in a competitive world and everything, and I don't know what everyone out there is doing and things like that. I don't market or model what we do after other folks, but the goal is always to make sure that you put yourself in the best situation to step up your game. And that's what we've been doing since 2006. Just building and building for the future, to where we're looking to just go beyond what we're doing in Ghana. We have a wonderful community called the Black South Pan-African Community, which the foundation is being built. And as time go along, the goal is just to establish it to the highest level, where we can just do really, honestly, more business with other Black countries around the world, in Africa and outside of Africa, and then just Black people in general. Okay. So yes, family, and I'm calling all of this stuff literally hysteria, because I feel like folks is freaking out, and so during the time when all this drama was going on, I told people that we're dealing with, if those who are dealing with me, with the community, let's organize, have our meetings, let's get things set up, let's process to building our community in Africa. Those are looking to travel with us, just get yourself ready, and just process in the time, and just use it peacefully and organize to plan things out in the future if you're really looking to live and do business in Africa. Because these things has to be planned out, and we have to not make emotional decisions just to say, hey, we're non-win situation in America if we go left, right, or whatever directions these folks are talking about, and things like that. The thing of it is, if we don't have things organized and planned out rightly, that's when we run into drama. So even when we do these tours, it's the same sequence. Your goal is to organize for the perfect execution and things like that. And you just always want to make sure you just work to just adjust things as best as possible. So when this COVID-19 drama hit and Tanzania put that energy out there that they're looking to just open their country and just be open for business, and other countries were still hesitating, it's what it is. So Tanzania is gonna get a lot of business based on a lot of other countries not being open up. So folks in the different countries, the best thing I would personally say is just, talk to your Ministry of Tourism, especially if you're in Ghana and like South Africa, the Gambia, and let them know that, talk to them, because what's going to happen is, we end up losing out when these things happen. Governments always getting their paychecks and things like that. And certain people who feel it's okay to shut countries down, they're making their money and they're doing certain things. And then for the people who want to, travel and move around, it's like, so all of these things affect all of us all together. And when we're trying to build a global Black economy, we literally have to just make sure that we don't get ourselves caught up into where we'll put our citizens in our country just in a situation where they're limited to do business and make moves, because we live in a global world. So things just affect each other in a domino effect, just like Tanzania effect. The situation is like, if other countries don't open up, we'll get your business, because people are ready to move on and ready to just live their life. So that's what it is, family. So those are the decisions that we just look and analyze, that hey, we need to make a move to Africa. And so I'm happy that people have committed to still going this year and have not let this COVID-19 drama just get them to make bad decisions. You have people saying they're not going to go or travel anywhere or leave their bunker in their house until the white devils come up with a vaccination. Do you really want someone to come up with a vaccination to put the finishing touch on you and things like that? So they can show all the numbers they want to show. You show me the numbers, show me all the dead bodies. And if you can't, then let's be real. So we have to also just deal with the fact that we live in a world where people have ulterior motives consistently. So you have to just process everything and think outside the box. And that's what I appreciate the Tanzanian government and the people of Tanzania just being open to, because that's what you're gonna have to make. That's what you literally have to think about when these things happen. If someone has a plot that's set up to this make you self-destruct based on this coming up with drama, so it's the same as when we build our community there in Ghana and add the finishing touch in certain things. We're gonna do what we need to do to make sure that we operate in the best interest of ourselves, the African nation, our folks there locally, the people in the country, and the straight Black enterprise, and to where everything we're looking at is just doing business with each other, networking, connecting, and not let any reasons or excuses or just anything else that's going on in the world stop us from progressing. So I'm not gonna just slow my business down or just stop because these folks are doing crazy stuff. I'm gonna say, hey, what's the best option to move forward and get this done? So I've been through the times of Ebola and SARS virus, or this virus when we were going to different countries, or Zika virus when we were going to Brazil, and so on. And trust me, family, we look at all aspects of things, and then the decision is always to move forward. Let's get this done. Let's make this happen, and keep networking and keep this enjoying an experience in the in the Black world, and just put that energy out there for us to do more traveling and connecting, and just taking it to that next level. It just starts out with us doing those basic things. If we just feel like we just gonna stay locked in here and then just get caught up into all of this stuff, I mean, we're not gonna get where we need to get to. So we have to look at a consistent world of this drama that throws us off. And that's why I try to keep things focused, where we're doing business and doing things with each other, so we don't have to be distracted or sidetracked by all the other stuff that's going on. Like right now, in America, while we're here just trying to get our business and things flowing and connecting with our group of folks, you have drama popping off all kind of places. And, so that's not going to be our focus, just to be distracted and say, hey, let's get caught up into this. You have to just continue the game plan. And even in the case of unfortunate things, it's like, you bury, that situation and progress and move forward. So different people may look at things different and take it a certain way, but just recommend those who are ready to travel with us. If it doesn't look good for you this year, it's fine. We have all kind of options of flexibility to get you to travel with us next year. So we've done wonderful setup to where all groups of people have been moved to their tour of desire, and we've worked out situations for everyone as best as possible based on them still wanting to go to Africa and things like that. So that's why I have all these details up, family, so we can literally just be clear about what we're getting into and understand that it's just more than just going to Africa. It's us looking at the fact that we have a whole African continent, and it's going to be up to us to be able to just build a foundation for the future. And if not, then you're cornered in by other race and nations of people who are there taking advantage of your opportunity, even your opportunity to get there and enjoy it. There's certain parts of Africa where you go, it's Black people working and this bunch of white folks just enjoying beach resorts and tourism and doing all of the fun, cool things with their family. And you see this all around us in America when you go to different parts of, example, Florida or South Carolina. From Myrtle Beach to Panama City to Daytona Beach to Miami Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and so on to to other tropical parts where you have beach popularity. It's set to where you don't see much of us, and that's even why we went beyond and then got land 2 miles away from a beautiful beach, because the goal is to invest in that beach and bring as much Black energy as possible to where we can literally just invest in an area where you just encouraging family of brothers and sisters to say, bring a family. We have a nice setup. Things are reasonable. This is made for the Black African family. Because again, a lot of things, sometimes we feel like it's just not made for us because we don't add that special things in it. So I'm always, just like we create this business for us as African Black people around the globe, it's the same thing that we recommend people do. Just get into more of creating things for our children and creating things for the future. Example, we spend so much money sending our children to different universities and here and there to get educated by the system, and then turn around and ask them to get jobs from the system, or the system to give them employment. And so we're strolling down the wrong direction. So it's like we have to change up our game plan and add the sequence of saying, hey, we have to take more accountability of building what we need to build for our future and our family. So that's what we're about when we do these tours and investment. It's more than just doing the tours. It's also connecting energies of people together to say, hey, we're like-minded, we're similar in thoughts and everything else, and we have the same vision as far as what we could do to build a future for ourselves and become more into Black ownership, and also just more into establishing a foundation where you change the dynamics of things to where more of our children see Black empowerment and they see us doing the thing versus talking and playing games. So all of that energy is what we represent when we travel and move around. It's just to keep on doing the same thing as far as you're just elevating consistently, that there's no stopping. And what you're looking to connect with is just a world full of Black enterprises and Black people who can do what they need to do and enjoy life without having to depend on the European nations or whatever wicked government system that they're under. And it's just time for people to just really just say, hey, this is the future that we want, and we don't want to be limited in certain aspects of things. So it's time to open up the independent thinking of minds. And again, that's why I appreciate the energy of Tanzania, because that's a big decision to make when the rest of the craziness is going on and things like that. It just honestly just give us hope as a people when you see that not everyone is drinking the Kool-Aid, not everyone is just falling for the brainwashing. So it's the same as just the growth of the conscious energy of those of us that's more consciously open to saying, hey, it's time for us to flow more of the resources that we have in in the African diaspora and connect to different African countries and build the things that we need to build. And I just believe it's that simple. So a lot of what you always hear me talk about is this Black economics and Black empowerment, because for me, it's all about nation building. If we're up every day, our goal is not to be a slave in this country in America forever. You know what I mean? So if you're up every day and you want that to happen, the goal naturally has to be, hey, I need to start right now and work on what I need to work on right now. So that's the encouragement I always try to share with others, to literally just do what we need to do. And it's never something that this is going to accomplish overnight. And I still can't believe we're in business for this long, since traveling in 2004 to starting business in 2006. 14 beautiful years, and business is growing and growing. And so it's just one of those things where we never know, but at the same time too, I know we're coming from a generation where we didn't have that, like, it's not like abundance of us who have generations of family members who have been in business and so on. And I'm always saying it starts now, and it starts from just doing these wonderful journeys. And because when you look at it, even that journey, some of the journeys we have taken, you have, may have 30 people from 20 different states, from 15 different states, and so on. And, or variation where you have so many people coming from so many different airports. And that's showing you that we're basically, we always talk about we're divided and conquered. We're literally divided and conquered, but we're literally spread out as far as the world of consciousness and people that are open in their minds to literally be connected to Africa. All right, family, and so let me see what else I have on here for screen sharing. All right, the wonderful newsletter. All right, and this is also what the itinerary would look like. It would just, and the one on the website that won't show all these pictures, it'll just get right more to the point. It'll show some above and below. So I'm showing you a structure of how we organize these newsletters. And as you can see, some of the information is, or the flow of it is similar to the overview from the website. Right. All the package details right there. What I was trying to show you right here, family, I'm going to expand a little bit. These are all tour groups in the past, and not all of it is fitting right there. So this is what I'll do. All right, these are much more recent, but also you see some old ones in there based on the flow of the page. And this. So on the right here, the foundation years, 2006, 7, 8. And as you can see, introduction journey, and then we just build the journey from there on. So those are the possibilities, family. And we started with Ghana, and now there's more countries as we add as time go along. All right, so family, appreciate your energy, and definitely reach out to us and check out our website in full details, Africa for the Africans .org. And once you get on the website, just process all the details and everything, all of our contact information, just all the documentation is there. I've been upgrading and just working on this website and just making it more and more dynamic as years have gone by. From 2007 to now 2020, so that site has been up for 13 straight years and is full of dynamic information, and just trying to set the tone to where we do business with a level of clarity, a level of professionalism and organization to where we can just be taken more serious. So family, as you look in the background also, that's some of our t-shirts. That's the colors we roll with, the same colors I have on: red, black, green, and gold. And that's just it's kind of just flowing the African national energy of those are the main colors, and those are the most relevant colors itself. Gold, for all the gold and natural resources that have been stolen from us as a people. Green represent a beautiful African continent. Red for the blood of our ancestors spilled, and black for us, beautiful black African people from the African diaspora and from the African continent, ready to commit, connect, and build a future of what we need to build. So, it's the flow of the energy, the colors of their family: red, black, green, and gold. And you'll see that in the colors of Ethiopia, Ghana, and especially when, Ethiopia has another little symbol in the middle, and it's not, it's blue. So literally, Ghana is one of those only countries that I've seen with a true red, black, green, and gold colors. And the most important thing in the Ghana one is the black star. So Tanzania has the same colors, except it also has an additional color of blue. And as we're talking about that, see, there you go. Red, black, green, and gold. And that has blue in there also. But that's what you're gonna see in most of the countries, black countries around the world. You're gonna have at least 2 out of those 4 colors. All right, family, and once again, this is my history of this documentation and connections. Check it out, reach out, and we'll get you connected on this wonderful journey of a lifetime. And we'll see you in Tanzania in 3 months. And for those who can't make it, family, we're going to do what we've always done. Make sure we get the best footage and documentation for you. And then we'll also organize another tour date so you can join us. So that's how we proceed. Just like I showed you the Ghana, December 2006, it was 8 of us. And then October of 2007, literally 10 months later, it was 42 of us. So my goal is to not just tell you how hard we work for you, but also to show you this is serious business. And we've gotten to the point where the energy of the people that have traveled with us have literally been able to direct where we're going in the future. So the more of us can connect, that's the difference maker. So here a lot of people talk about a lot of this and that. Where should we go from here, and what we should be doing and not doing? Just got to keep moving forward, and make sure that we get up every day and focus on making Africa great, as we all have heard and read about in history books. So, and we as a people can do it in our lifetime. And for those who want to do other countries, and so I'm one of the people always encouraging more of us to do this kind of work, because that's what's going to change things overnight. So family, won't keep us any longer. Appreciate the energy. So everyone, let me just do this last question. How does Tanzania know that no one has the virus? Question. Number one, what they'll be seeing is a whole lot of people dying, and what they'll be seeing is a spike in many things. But at the same time, too, depends on who's giving you test kits and stuff. Those things could be rigged, where next you test 20 people and they're all COVID-19. So the main thing is that we've seen several weeks or more of transparency. So yes, you just have to base things on the reality and the real numbers of situations and things like that. But I really see more and more countries are realizing that this is foolishness, and let's move forward. So that's what I put in the title about milking, and then hysteria, because it's not drama. So I'm sure, just like I'm sure folks, if things is what it is, you'll see what you need to see, which is dead bodies everywhere, not fake videos of mass burial and people in their cars waving to people, family members that are being buried, all the little crazy stuff these people got going on. So family, there's not much I can really keep saying about COVID-19. It's what it is. We've been here before. We can only trust the people who have been lying to us since forever. And the fact that we just trust them with all the things that we trust them makes no sense. So I'm going to leave it up to individuals to do their research and put one-on-one together, and do what the Tanzania president have done and other countries who are open up have done, and assess situations, because that's what you have to do. So anyway, family, everyone take care and keep it strong.